Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. And I am excited to start actually getting into Gatsby today with you guys. Please know, I just want to emphasize that you're welcome to email me at any point, any questions you have. I'm going to try to schedule a Zoom meeting for each section so that we can talk about some stuff in person. And so be on the lookout for that on Edmodo. So this is the first of today's videos, and it's going to be about the epigraph predictions that you guys made from last week. Okay? All right, so this is the worksheet that you did. So I'm just going to pull up the epigraph. All right, so an epigraph is just a poem that appears at the beginning of the book. And selected because it clearly is tipping the reader off to some sort of thematic idea or something that was storyline that's going to be developed over the course of the novel. And so there's lots that we can try to decipher as we go through this short 4 little line poem here. All right, so let's do line 1. Okay, so then wear the gold hat if that will move her. All right, so lots of things we have to look at. So the first is then. So then sounds like, okay, we've already been talking about this, and I'm trying to offer you some, like, if blah blah blah, then, right? So we're missing the if, but we're getting the then. So this clearly is seen as some sort of resolution or some sort of opinion or a solution to a problem that's being presented. We don't get the if of the if-then statement. We're just getting the second half. So we're not quite sure what the if is, right? And meaning the if statement. If this is something going on, then this is going to happen. But it's important because it feels like it is the resolution to something. All right, so the second word we have to pay attention to here is gold. All right, so gold is significant because it's not talking about silver even, right, or bronze, which we know from the Olympics is second and third place. We're going with number 1, gold, first place. It's not tin, right, which would be a very low-grade metal. It's gold, the best. So wear a gold hat. So put something on that is, screams money. I guess that's supposed to look like money there. Right? You want something that screams money, right? You want something where it's the best and you're going to wear it outwardly, something that's going to be visible of your money, an outward sign that you have the best, right? If that will move her. All right, so first of all, we're talking about winning the heart of a woman, right? So some sort of her, right? And then move. All right, so when we think about move, that should have gotten you to think a little bit about, okay, she's stuck somewhere, right? She's not moving. Wherever she is, she's not moving. So is she stuck? Is she obstinate, meaning she's stubborn, she won't move? Is it a matter of distance, right? Is there distance that's keeping, right, where he's not near her, but he can't go any farther, and she is unwilling, right, to, or needs incentive in order to come closer to him. So what might this be? Means that a woman will only be moved by something that is of value to her, something that is the best. All right, so that's all. We got all of that from line 1 here. All right, so let's check out line number 2. If you can bounce high, bounce for her too. All right, so again, we have very active words, meaning, okay, so you have to wear the gold hat, right? Because that will get you noticed. But it's not good enough just to wear the hat. You have to bounce for her. So, um, in consideration of this line, where is the woman? Where is the woman? Well, obviously, she's somewhere where he can't get to her because she has to be moved and he has to be noticed. So she's somewhere where she's unlikely to notice him just either out of a crowd, right? So he's got to bounce up, bounce, so she can see him. So he has to do everything to get noticed. Everything to get noticed. What will he have to do to get her to notice him, right? So notice bounce high, higher than everyone else, right? Higher than everyone else. So not just what everyone else is doing, you got to do more than what everyone else is doing. All right, till she cries, third line. Till she cry, lover, gold-hatted, high-bouncing lover, I must have you, must have you. All right, now that always reminded me a little bit of something where it's like she is shopping, right? And if you have like sometimes in movies or sitcoms where someone is shopping and they look at something, a pair of shoes, for instance, I have to have it. I must have them, right? They're everything. I have to have them. So it's almost like she's claiming him, right, as a prize, something of value that she can't do without, right? So I must have you, right? So um, dazzle her with your wealth, dazzle her with your bouncing, right? Whatever it means you have to do to get her attention. Do everything you possibly can until she decides that you are worthy, that she has to have you, that you will belong to her, right? And that can be romantic in the sense of belonging to somebody, right? When you get married, you kind of belong to each other. But it could also be a little negative in terms of possession, right? Just another possession that this woman may have. All right. So a lot that we can pull out of this little four line epigraph. When we go back to the sheet that you guys were working on, what do you think this epigraph is trying to say? I think we just covered that. But based on this epigraph, what do you think this novel will be about? Well, obviously, it's about a man who's trying to get the attention of a woman, right? Someone who's not in the same place as this woman or not on the same level as this woman. And he's doing everything he can to get her to notice him so that they can be together. And that's exactly what this book is going to be about. One of the many things this book is going to be about. But hopefully that's where you see. And I want you to think about that as we move forward, right? So the interesting part about this epigraph is Thomas Park d'Invilliers is a made-up name. And this is actually Fitzgerald. This is actually Fitzgerald. He used a pen name to do the poem. Now, why, you might say, why wouldn't he just put his own name there? Well, first of all, there's something about a French sounding name, right? Thomas Park d'Invilliers, that kind of seems like it could be from a classic story. It could be from some sort of old French writer, right? So kind of puts a more romantic feel to it. And I think he also wanted to suggest that this is an idea that is beyond this novel, that it comes from somewhere outside of F. Scott Fitzgerald. So kind of makes it sound like something more than it is, right? It also is something about hiding your identity a little bit, which is another theme that's in this book. So we get a lot from that very initial epigraph there. And you guys all did a nice job filling out that form and making predictions about the storyline, given what was contained in the epigraph. Before we move on to chapter 1, I just kind of want to go back a little bit to I need to turn off my, sorry, trying to. All right, so I just want to go back a little bit to, now I don't know what's going on. Pardon me a sec while I get out of this and we're going to go back in again. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So I just kind of want to take a minute and talk about the title, because we can think about it's an interesting 3-word title, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is this use of the word great. All right. When you think about great, it can mean a lot of things. Great as in fabulous, wonderful, amazing, right? The great as in like a leader, right? So as in like the title of somebody who's in charge, right? Great can mean like you can almost say it sarcastically. The great, like great Gatsby, as in like not so great. If you said it that way, great as in large, right? Great as in size, the great room, right? I think of sometimes like a magician, the great Houdini, right? Meaning as in larger than life. So there's all kinds of connotations as to what makes Gatsby great, right? What is meant by that term great? I also want you to think a little bit about this word the. How would it change if it was a great Gatsby, right? A great Gatsby suggests that there's more than one, right? That he's just one of many. He's a great Gatsby. But the use of the article the makes it limited. It limits it as if there's only one, the great Gatsby, right? So, the title, why is he great? That's what we should think about. What makes him great? Why is he the only one, right? Is there only one Gatsby? And so, the choice of the title is very significant. And it goes along with the epigraph, right? Is what makes him great also what makes the woman pay attention to him? So just think about those two things in conjunction with one another as we move forward. Okay, that's it for video number 1. The next video, we're going to actually start chapter 1. Okay, thanks, guys.